This is Tailgate Talk, presented by Tarpon Blue. In this series, we're going to show you everything Texas and its surrounding southern states has to offer from our very own Tailgate. We'll take you from life on the farm and the ranch to the big city lights. This is Tailgate Talk. Come along for the ride.
Hello, Teri, Tate with Tarpon Blue. We're on another Tailgate Talk. Thank you for joining us. We've got Ryan Kuhn here with Gateway Mortgage and Cheyenne Dillard. She is one of our real estate agents here at Tarpon Blue. And we're just going to visit today a little bit about what's going on with the housing and mortgage rates and things like that. Wanted to take this time to talk to Ryan and let him introduce himself. And he's been in the industry a really long time and a trusted mortgage person, which is important when you're buying a home. So, Ryan, how long have you been in the business?
Well, I started in 93, so it's been a little over 30 years, and it's been a pretty good run.
Yeah. And what brought you into the business?
Well, I graduated from Southwest Texas in 1992 and moved up to Steamboat, Colorado, and was a ski bum for about 8 months. And a good friend of mine that I knew in college, her dad was a regional manager for Northwest Mortgage. I played golf with him once at a sorority golf tournament, and he hired me sight unseen. So I packed my car, moved to Houston, and started my career in February of 93.
Wow. And then how do you see things moving forward? I know we've kind of been in a slump and people think that rates are high after last year and all of that. So how's all that unfolding in your environment?
Yeah, we've had a really, weird 4 years, I guess you'd say. 20 and 21, we saw rates really low due to the pandemic. Those were, an anomaly, so to speak, because, they were just, way low. A lot of people bought real estate at that time. Then the last 2 years, we've seen rates spike, mainly due to inflation and also due to the Fed's quantitative tightening. And so now we're kind of getting back into a more normal range, I guess you'd say. With rates falling at the end of last year, we started seeing sellers contacting agents to list their homes. So that's bringing more inventory online, which is helping because we've had a shortage of inventory for a while now. And so I think right now is a great opportunity to buy, even though rates aren't as low as they will probably be later in the year. But I think with the lack of competition, a buyer can still get a really good deal on a house. Here in a couple months when rates start falling and the Fed starts cutting the rates and mortgage rates start falling additionally, you'll probably see more competition. And we're going to kind of come full circle. I mean, in 20 and 21, we were seeing bidding wars, people having to come in way over asking price to get their deals won. There's a lot of cash offers as well. So hopefully we don't get back to that same point, but it's probably going to be something similar.
So when you're working with a buyer, I know it's obviously a stressful time, but to help buyers that don't really understand, and maybe some newer real estate agents, they may not have the expertise or whatever to help. How do you handle somebody that might be uncomfortable or really not know what options there are to get the house bought?
Sure. So, I mean, obviously, we spend a lot of time with our buyers and asking a lot of questions, what are their goals for buying a house? Obviously, shelters is the main thing, but, it's an investment and we want to help them structure it the best way possible. I think a lot of folks automatically think that the best strategy is to ask the seller for a price reduction. And that can be a good strategy. But I think with rates being where they are, A lot of production builders are doing buy downs, temporary buy downs, permanent buy downs, and sellers with working with real estate agents can do the same thing. And I think that may possibly be a better strategy. Of course, it's depends on the situation, but I ran some scenarios the other day for a builder, and we ran one that was just a straight up full price offer with the market rate. We did one with a 5% price reduction, and then I did a third one that had a 3% seller concession that the buyer could use for a buy down. And that scenario actually, it was several $100s less than scenario one, and it was still several $100s less than scenario two. So it saved the buyer less per month, and it also helped the seller make a little bit more money on the sale as well.
Right, and so long term, they're at a lower interest rate, and it's a permanent interest rate. Right. You're saying it's not like, okay, so that you've got to work with the lender who is going to go to make those efforts. And
I mean, not everything is black and white. Everybody's financial situation is different. That's why I like this job, because they'll never have the same day twice. And even though I've been doing this for 30 years, I still get like, wow,
some crazy
moments.
You're like, ah.
And so it's just looking at things from different angles and seeing how not everyone's a slam dunk easy deal to do. It's mortgage lending is very complicated, and so just looking at it from some different angles. If it doesn't fit in this nice little round box, you got to figure out a way to make it work and make it a win-win for everybody involved.
It's good. Well, that kind of, I guess we'll holler at Ryan and let us know what we can do to help you. And thanks for hanging with us on Tailgate Talk.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in today, and thank you to our guests for sharing their story. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Tailgate Talk.